Pannie Trifillis. I am a senior manager in the Alliance Management Department. We have a number of collaborations with other companies, other pharmaceutical companies. So I'm in charge of actually facilitating the interactions between the two companies and working internally with a team to make the projects move forward in a timely fashion and on budget. I have a PhD in molecular biology and human genetics. Actually, I'm going to take one step further and say I was actually born in Cyprus. So I was born outside of this country, came to the States to go to college, and then decided to go to grad school. And there I met my husband and stayed in this country. So from the point that I got married and came back to the States, I was doing my postdoc at Rutgers University. And there I met Stuart Peltz, which is the CEO and president of PTC. So Stuart had a lab at UMDNJ, and we had a group meeting of all the labs that were interested on RNA biology. So every Friday we'd get together, have bagels, and actually one of us would get up and talk about the research you're doing and what you're planning on doing next, and where do you think, telling people what you think your work means. So there I met Stu, and he was thinking of the idea of PTC in his head for a number of years, and then finally it was in '99 when he said, I have to start PTC and it has to be now. So in 1998, PTC was incorporated, and March of '99, Stu put his foot down and said, okay, you have to come to PTC. We need to make this a real company, and we need to start developing assays, and I need somebody like you. So that's when I started working for PTC, and that work was out of Stuart's lab at UMDNJ at the time. And then in 2008, end of 2008, we moved to our current building here. Usually you would do a postdoc and then look around and basically have to make a decision whether you want to go into academia or go into industry. And I actually thought about that as well when Stu made the offer to join PTC. Decided that since my husband was already in academia, I wanted to actually go into industry so we'll have a more balanced life. Raising kids and having a family is an issue. So decided to join the industry, and he would be in the academic environment. We'll have the best of both worlds. So some people would choose then at that point to continue and do a second postdoc and remain in academia and then pursue a professor position, a faculty position, or at that point people would then say, okay, my decision would be to go into industry and I'll apply at different positions with other companies. Actually, my expectations were even greater. Reality was beyond my expectations, basically. Starting with a small company with very few employees from the very beginning, the fact that 10 years down the road, the company still exists and is doing so well, it's just a dream come true, right? You'd never think that the number of companies that can actually make it are so little that I was very happy to be in the one that did make it. So I'm very happy to be here. For the current position that I am in alliance management, I think the set of both technical skills or the hard skills that people talk about are needed, as well as the soft set of skills. So clearly having the background in science helps tremendously in this position. The fact that you know the science, and I was doing the science, and now I can actually explain it to other people, and it's easier for them to understand when it comes from somebody that has done it. And also to make decisions about projects and advance the projects, it takes a lot of skill to understand why things are done a certain way and what's best to do next. And then in terms of the soft skills, clearly verbal communication as well as written communication, people's skills are extremely important in this job. And it's a lot better for people to be able to relate to the other people that they're working with, so that things just happen much easier that way. My most favorite part of the job in terms of the day-to-day aspect is to work with people and interacting with people. So I'm a people's person, and I like to interact with a number of different people, both internally and externally. So then it gives me the opportunity to do that, and in doing so, it's the second part of my job that I like, is to actually advance the goal of the company and bring drugs to people that need it. So helping do that part while actually enjoying doing it. I think that moment came back in high school when my chemistry and biology teacher, who was the same teacher, was the greatest person that you ever wanted to know and have as a teacher. He was very inspirational, and also somebody that was very easy to talk to. So he was the one that made me look into the sciences and said that, you know, that's your path, that's your direction. There's so much to do out there, and it's so hard to decide what do you really want to do in 10 years from now. So I think basically what people need to do is to go into college and experiment with everything. Try all kinds of things. Try things that you don't think you're going to like, and see, maybe you will. So if you try, the more things that you try, the more things the more things you're exposed to, you'll be more likely to find out what you really want to do. So go out and look for all the kinds of things you can do.